Would you believe that my neighbor found this Lendrum at a Goodwill thrift store? Fortunately, she knew what she was looking at and she grabbed it for like a song and it's her wheel now. So today I'm going to actually spin on this wheel. Actually spin something on this wheel and see what it's like, because I have never spun on a Lendrum before, ever, but I haven't. So I'm going to try out this wheel and I'm gonna see what I think. So let's go. I really do want to give a little disclaimer here. The wheels that I mostly use are Ashfords, and like I said, this is my first time trying out a Lendrum, so I could very, very well be doing something completely weird, completely not what Lendrums are meant to do or have or act like or something. If you are the owner and experienced with a Lendrum and you have some advice to leave, please do leave it in the comments. I will be interested to read and learn a little more as well. So I'm just using what I know about spinning wheels in general, but please don't take this as the gospel of Lendrums, because I don't want to send you somewhere down the wrong path. That being said, I'm about to put a cotton drive band on here. I don't have a poly band. These typically have a poly band on them, but I forgot to tell my neighbor to order one when she got the connectors from the woolery, so that's my fault. You know, poly bands don't work for every wheel, but poly might be best for this particular wheel. So I don't know, because I haven't spun on it with a poly. We'll see. Again, feel free to comment down below. Now that I'm up here working at the top, I can definitely see how a poly band would be amazing on this wheel, because you wouldn't have to retension the whole head of it every time you need to change whirl sizes. See, there's three different whirl sizes here. So you could just pop that poly band over each one. Oh my goodness, that was tight. All right, we got it. So to tension the wheel, all right, so this knob down here turns and it allows the head of the wheel to go up and down, which makes it tighter or not here, how it's attached to the drive wheel. This is the leader on this bobbin, so I'll just bring it through the single side, and then it goes through this little guide, little handy guide right there. And I thought this was the coolest thing. There's a little Orifice hook holder right there. I don't have one of those on my wheel. My Orifice hook just dangles. And look, it matches and everything. All right, we bring the leader through, and now we're set up and ready to spin. So I completely forgot to get some fiber. I'll be right back. So I wanted to show you this other cool feature that this wheel has. You can undo this little thingamabob, and the wheel collapses down on itself so that it makes it easier to travel or store away. There's a little hinge under there so that it stays together, and then you secure it with the doohickey. I also wanted to mention that Lendrums have a sealed bearing on the drive wheel, which means that it does not need any oil. So even though I say all the time, oil your wheel, do not oil the hub of the Lendrum. You can damage it. So no oil here. Okay, I grabbed some BFL from somewhere and it'll do. Uh-oh. I can't spin in this chair. I'm going to have to switch to a taller chair. Here's why. When you spin, you should never ever have your knees higher than your hips. It puts a lot of pressure on your hips and on your back. Not a good idea. So my knees right now are very high because of the way the treadle is on this wheel. It's just kind of raised up my feet more than what I'm used to. So I'll get a different chair. Okay, I've moved you all further back as well, but I wanted you to kind of be able to see what I'm doing here, but also my face, and then I'll get zoomed in a minute. But all right, so this BFL, I am just, it's been in my stash for a while. It's probably a little compacted, and I don't want to judge the wheel because of my poor fiber maintenance. So I'm just fluffing it out just a little bit to make it easier to draft. And now let's see, I'm still, okay, this chair is fine. This chair is tall enough. I'm just so used to single treadle, and this has two. It's really confusing me, and I feel like a new spinner. One of the reasons I like, I guess I could sit back. I play cello, so I always sit at the edge of chairs. That's just something I always do. You know what? I'm gonna just treadle for a minute and get used to it, which is something I always recommend you do if you are a brand new spinner, but also if it's a new to you wheel, you should always just kind of practice controlling the treadle until you can kind of talk and be comfortable with it just turning and keeping a good rhythm. Well, this is spinning beautifully. I'm gonna scoot this along. I can fill my bobbin a little more evenly. I think I'm having a tendency to spin very quickly on this because I'm used to my foot pressing down once to get a full rotation of the wheel. Because of how a double treadle works, every time I push down with my foot, that's only half of the rotation of the drive wheel. So I feel like I'm doing my natural rhythm, but it's literally actually my double rhythm. I also don't have any wheels with a sliding hook. I do think that having a sliding hook probably prevents getting those little divots and peaks and valleys that the hooks do, just because it's a little more adjustable. You can make sure your yarn is filling in evenly, but honestly, the hooks, I don't really have too much trouble. I can fill a bobbin. I sort of want to put a exercise ball between my knees and squeeze it while I treadle, because then I can double dip and do my physical therapy at the same time. I have a really bad knee. Honestly, this is pretty comfortable for my knee. I feel a little bit more stress of this, I think, on my back, but I'm feeling like I want to hunch over it. And I know that that's not good. I don't do that as much with my other wheels. And I wonder if it's because I'm more comfortable with my other wheels, that I know how to sit comfortably, and because this is a new experience, I'm just enjoying myself spinning right now. This is a really nice wheel. I'm kind of jealous she found it at Goodwill and I didn't. No, I'm really happy for her. She'll be able to spin. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about the double treadles. I really just might be a single treadle girl. I don't know. I don't know, but this is a really nice spin. I will say that this wheel is very easy to spin consistently with. It just kind of takes the fiber right up. But here's the yarn I'm spinning. Look, it's pretty. It's pretty. I have to remember to change hooks. Slide hooks. All right, let's do some final thoughts. What do I think about this wheel? This double treadle is smooth. It feels great. I don't feel like I have to give a lot of extra effort to get it to go. It feels just very fluid and smooth, which is a little different, particularly than my Canadian production wheel, for sure. That one takes a little force to get that massive drive wheel going. This wheel just spins. Like it just spins. I've heard people call Lendrums the Cadillac of spinning wheels, and I can kind of see, it's just a smooth ride. It's really nice. I'm enjoying this spin. If you are interested in purchasing a Lendrum, I will put some links down below. Those are affiliate links. If you make a purchase, I get a small commission. And make sure you're subscribed for more spinning content. And let me know if you like this video. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Happy spinning, friends!